What's up, y'all? It's Scarlet. Go and check out my interview on Fresh Juice now.
About to make a big comeback with Parke Ave. I see the city has grown a lot since I was living here. It's definitely a lot more community stuff going on, which I love to see. And I'm excited to kind of jump back in and start throwing some events and shake things up a little bit as I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Parke Ave, is that just a Seattle thing, or are you bringing in your connections in LA in that?
That's a great question.
Parke Ave is actually going to be a worldwide organization.
Okay, worldwide.
Around the globe.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, worldwide.
And we're hip. We're talking about it because the world should know. But for those of you who don't know, can you break down the concept of Parke Ave and what made you start it and what the driving forces of the whole project is?
Yes. So Parke Ave is an artist collective that I started in 2018 because I was an independent artist and felt like I really only had access to the community or instrumentalist artists within my own genre and kind of, like your clique or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of value in kind of like cross-pollinating your different talents with different people and I wanted to create a space for that, so I started throwing artist parties every single month at a different venue, so that if you've only ever been in these R&B venues or these, if you've never been to these, like the different venues have just like specific genres that they work with. So like I was like, all right, let's do kind of like a venue tour where we can all just see all the different kinds of venues, and I'd love to bring that back. But it was just really great. Like every event we would have an educational aspect, so we bring on like a lawyer to come talk about some basic things that you should know as an artist. I'm all about empowering artists to view themselves as entrepreneurs more. This is definitely a totally different industry than it was 10 years ago, and it's changing every single day.
Yes.
So I've been taking the last year to really educate myself also on Web3 and NFTs and see how I can, I really want Parke Ave to always be like on the edge of what's new for artists, like how you can be more successful as an artist, how you can grow more, how you can be bigger, better, but also independent and 100% your own boss, 100% your own everything brand, and understand what that means, because it's a lot.
Education is the biggest portion of that, though, definitely, when it comes to it, because even with like my Ill Society artists or anyone who I work with, just sharing that game on the basic steps of like BMI and what paperwork to sign, and there's always money on the table that a lot of artists and creatives really don't know is available.
Even just the network, really, man. I mean, I don't have a LinkedIn, but things like that where there's a platform where people can like, oh, you do that? I'm looking for somebody that does that.
Right, absolutely.
And it was interesting going, because I've been in LA for the last year and a half, and I moved down there right before COVID to expand Parke Ave, because Parke Ave, was up here running, flourishing, doing its thing. And like,
you left after the gala?
I left after the Emerald City Gala, but I still had events planned and everything. I was still running showcases. I partner with hotels and book acts for hotels and all that stuff. So, but LA is cool because it does have a lot of people that want to implement that kind of stuff. But it's just like nobody in LA really wants to be community. Like everybody in LA is very like, it's just like very every man for himself. So that's why I really think I think Parke Ave was so successful in Seattle, because it's like we all understand, like once we can see that like we all have the power. When artists are united together, like they have the power to really create change. Like artists are gifted with voices because we are here to enact change. We're here to document history. We're here to provide people with direction in their life, because a lot of people don't understand how to use their voice, how to speak for themselves, how to even process their emotions. And so I think it's really important to rally and unite artists.
Absolutely. While you were in LA, what was it like transitioning, like kind of being the new kid on the block?
I mean, I definitely have a lot of love in Seattle, like
Facts.
I have a little bit of like celebrity here, I go out on the street and I get recognized. And so like when I moved to LA and I was kind of just like a nobody, I was like, excuse me.
Like,
what is
Scarlet Parke Ave. You guys
you
don't
try
know?
again? Check again. Check again.
Google me. Google me.
It was no, I mean, but it was so good because it's artists when they get comfortable, like that's when you fail to grow and fail to create. And like I was forced to really tap in and dive into like, okay, we need to go into double time. We need to go into full power mode, like do you believe in yourself? Can you hang with these people that are at the Grammys? Can you hang with these people that are doing this? Can you do this? Do you believe that you belong here? Like it was all of that stuff, right? It's all it was a shift in mentality from like I deserve to be blah 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 blah. I know I want to play these big stages. I know I want to do this. I know I want to be the best. Like I am the best. I do deserve to be here. I did, and that's a shift, right? Like once you're actually there, like can you hold your own? And like I'm always going to be honest with my journey that like there were times when I was in rooms and I was just like I don't know if I can do this. And then it brought out that that Titan in me. It brought out the Titan in me that was like, nah, you haven't come this far. You haven't done this much. Like there's so much greatness in you. Like let's go. So it is that thing where LA will break you and like you have the choice to be broken and leave and like say well I tried, or you can be broken and you can put yourself back together again and again and again and again. And that's what everybody does. The people that are at the top, like the struggle is so real. Like it doesn't stop, like you just have to get stronger and more bulletproof. And the trick is like becoming bulletproof and still having a soft heart.
Right. No,
and being able to appreciate life and like show gratitude. Like that's the hardest thing